Well, the number of young adults getting colorectal cancer has been skyrocketing, and a lot of these patients led healthy lives before they were even diagnosed.
Yeah, and according to the American Cancer Society, just more than 14,000 people younger than 50 were diagnosed in 2017. And then get this, last year that number jumped to nearly 20,000. Rates are declining among the over 65 crowd.
Yeah, so joining us now to talk about this is cancer survivor Marissa Peters and Dr. Howard Ross, Surgeon-in-Chief at Hackensack University Medical Center. First of all, thank you both for being here.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, so Doctor, we'll begin with you. Why are these numbers among young people kind of going up like this?
The truth is we really don't know why they're going up. There are certain behaviors that are associated with the development of colon cancer, obesity, high meat intake, alcohol, but you'll find that most patients, especially most younger patients, don't have those factors going for them. So we don't know. And we're actively looking at why younger patients develop colon and rectal cancer.
That's interesting. And Marissa, you were in your 30s when you were diagnosed with it, and initially they dismissed your symptoms. Is it because of your age, or was it because of your age? Or tell me about your journey.
You know, I'm not really sure. You'd have to ask the doctors what their reason was around dismissing my symptoms, but they went undetected for over 5 years.
Wow.
I had 2 children during the time I was symptomatic, and the symptoms incled blood on the toilet paper after I would go to the bathroom, and they increased. In voicing that to doctors, though, I don't know if it's because seemingly I looked healthy on the outside, or just chalking it up to post-childbirth symptoms as well. But it wasn't normal, and it wasn't something to just let progress to, unfortunately, what was stage 3 colon or rectal cancer, I should say.
Yeah, I think that is one of the most important points about March being Colon and Rectal Awareness Month, and also telling the story of younger people. It's any change in your bowel habits, meaning you had sizable poops and now they're skinny, any bleeding in your bowel movements, they have to be taken seriously. And we hope that the general population, as well as other physicians, come to learn that younger people can have colon cancer because it will save lives.
That's exactly right. And I think people don't talk enough actually about their poop.
Right.
And if you're paying attention to it, it's a really important signal to our body.
Essentially, it's what's coming out of you, you know? So, Marissa, talk a little bit about your journey. Were you able to get treatment when you were diagnosed, and what did you have to go through?
Yes, I got treatment upon diagnosis. I had a Lyme-sized tumor at the top of my rectum, and within about 10 days of detection, I was into chemotherapy, did 6 rounds of chemo, 28 days of radiation with chemo morning and night, a rectal reconstruction that left me with a temporary ileostomy, a bag, for 4 months, 6 more rounds of chemo, and another surgery. I mean, it's a lot.
And you had newborns.
I did, and we had the pandemic.
Wow.
So, you know, I think having cancer during a pandemic is a great time. We were very well adjusted to life in various settings, but it was much more unpleasant than what some might think the prep for a colonoscopy requires.
And speaking of the colonoscopy, doctor, you know, many say early detection for the colonoscopy is key, but the recommended age is 45. Should that be changed?
I don't think that the age should be changed, because when we make a recommendation for a certain age, it's really to treat a society, and even though rectal cancer is on the rise in younger people, it's still relatively rare. But any symptoms need to be aggressively followed up and pursued, and it's very important that the patient be their own advocate as well, because a lot of doctors, a lot of family members are not expecting a younger person to have colon and rectal cancer. So when these symptoms present, rectal bleeding, change in bowel habits, change in the stools, they have to be pursued.
So speaking of those symptoms, so something that someone may self-diagnose as IBS, could it be a sign of something like this?
It could. It's certainly important to go to your physician and start the process.
How effective versus getting a full colonoscopy, or those box items that I see advertised all the time? Are those and where you send a poop sample into a lab? Are those as effective in detecting?
Well, colonoscopy is the gold standard as far as evaluating patients for polyps and cancers, because not only can they be found, but they can either be biopsied or removed. But all of the other tests are becoming increasingly effective. And for those patients who are afraid to get colonoscopy, it helps them get into the system. So any screening is better than no screening at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so Marissa, you're actually using your story as a mission to help others. Tell us about the Be Seen initiative.
Yes. So we're starting a movement to encourage people to be seen. I shared with you that for over 5 years, I was speaking up. I was, working with the medical professionals that I regularly saw. And I don't fault them for not truly seeing me, but we didn't get to the root cause of what was going on. And so our mission through Be Seen is to help people know the symptoms, know their family history, which includes polyps. It doesn't just have to be cancer to know your family history and come up with an appropriate plan with your doctor. And so our website has those symptoms, and we'd love people to take the pledge.
Thank you, guys. Thank you both for being here and joining us. And for more information, by the way, on colorectal cancer stats and prevention, or to take the Be Seen pledge, just visit the website on your screen.